Advice on finding new friends. All my friends have turned to either using or selling drugs. What should I do? Well, if your friends are using drugs or selling drugs, drop them out. I'm not being friends with no one who's selling drugs. I'm not being friends with no one who's using drugs. I don't respect it. But at the same time, you know, as a man, you might have to go through a period of your life where you're just a loner, you're a lone wolf. Yeah, you just got to do your own thing. You are not a woman. You do not need to have friends around you 24/7 or even that often. You're a man, born alone, die alone. So at some point in your life, you're going to have to deal with loneliness. It's cool. Use that time to fucking work. That's the best thing about being a lone wolf. That's the best thing that happened to me moving up to Northampton. I ain't got nobody up here to distract me. You see, during lockdown, yeah, most people were just trying to connect and socialize with people. I was fucking working. I was writing my book. I got my book done, completed. If you don't want to buy the hardback copy, go on eBay, type in Conquering Adversity by Jelani Knight, or go on Amazon for the ebook version, type in Conquering Adversity by Jelani Knight on Amazon, or just type in Conquering Adversity. Being lonely is a good thing, but in terms of finding new friends and that, I wouldn't go out like looking, and obviously we're not thinking about being desperate with it, but I wouldn't even try and go out your way to look for new friends, because obviously I don't know how old this person is who left this comment, yeah, but it doesn't matter how old you are, really and truly. When you got your friends, when you made friends with people, you never had to look for those people. You were just going about your everyday life, and you made some friends at your taekwondo club, like me, or your boxing club, or school, or college, or whatever, primary school, secondary school. You were just going about your life. You made friends with people playing pool because you go to the pub. You didn't go out your way looking for friends. Yeah? You don't need to. When you're set and calibrated to a certain way, you're just going to attract certain people that think like you. There's a reason why you don't have any friends who are goths or emos. And if you're a white collar person, there's a reason why you don't have any friends who are drug dealers and in and out of jail and that, because you're not on that energy. I've never met a crackhead who has friends who are doctors, lawyers, stockbrokers and bankers. Likewise, I've never met a banker or a stockbroker, and I do know, man, I did have friends who, man, like, are bankers and stockbrokers and that. None of them had no crackhead friends. All of their friends, they might not necessarily be stockbrokers or bankers and that, but they're high caliber people. So you're going to attract people who are on the same mindset and same energy as you. Right? You're not going to have a guy who is a lawyer be dating some chick who's a fucking crackhead, or just maybe working, or forget about dating because that's just a fling in it. Yeah, but you're not going to have a guy who's a lawyer who's going to marry some chick that works in Asda. No way. No way. You're never going to find some doctor woman or some stockbroker or some barrister chick or a woman who's a judge marrying some guy who fucking just works at Betfred or Ladbrokes. Yeah, you will find people that are on the same energy as you. And like, I mean, this is probably for another video anyway, but I've noticed like a lot of people will say, when black men get money, they seem to go for white women and that. No, that is not the case. You see, when black men, I'm not talking about when, let's say like rappers and that get money. I'm talking about educated black men, yeah? When educated black men end up with white women or non-black women, it's got nothing to do with them being a sellout or they hate their own race and that. You know what it's got to do with? Most people typically date people within their sort of same social class, yeah? So if you're a black man and you work in central London, let's say you are a banker or a lawyer, you're going to date women that are on that same energy. You might date someone who's within your workplace and that. Well, what's the chances of there being a black woman who is a banker or a lawyer? Name me. You ask yourself this question. How many black women do you know who are stockbrokers and lawyers and doctors and that? Hardly any. So if a black man is working in corporate London or corporate England and that, he is going to date someone that's within his sort of social class and that. Unfortunately, there ain't a lot of black women who are in corporate London or corporate England. So he hasn't got that much women to pick from. It's got nothing to do with a man selling out and that. And even, let's say guys that have got money, forget rappers and that, but let's say guys that have got money from business or through being a footballer and that. Well, why do they date white women? Because the clubs that they go to and the people that they are friends with and their friends are usually white people because they've got money. I don't know too many black girls that have got money like that, yeah, to be going to high-end places. And remember, when you go to some of these VIP places and that, yeah, or places where there's guest lists and that, these black girls don't know people. They're not connected with people to be able to get in these places. So why is a man gonna go to the hood to pick up some ratchet ass girl just because he needs to date a black girl? Bro, he's just gonna date whoever the fuck's in his social class and who he comes across in life. Yeah? Got nothing to do with black man get money and that's why he decides to go after black women. It's got not white women. It's got nothing to do with that. Yeah. If you're a stockbroker or a banker as a black man, you are going to date women that are on the same energy and caliber as you. And typically, black women are not educated to the degree where they can become bankers, stockbrokers, and lawyers. And that. Furthermore, the black man that is a banker, stockbroker, lawyer, he's not going to be around other black people. Yeah, because we're not educated like that. So back to the original point. Just go about your life, yeah, and you will attract people who are like you. Yeah, I had a man not too long ago say, "Yeah, man, listen, I've been watching your thing, but like, if you want to link up and that, you get me." That's what happened. People, they will just gravitate towards you, yeah, when they see that, you get me, your ideologies line up. There's a reason why there's certain people don't want to talk to me now, because they know they're a fucking loser, and all I talk about is bashing people who are losing. That, of course, they're gonna feel inferior. Of course, they're gonna want to hang around with me. They got no value to offer me. So, yeah, and I don't want to hang around with no one who's a fucking loser. I only want to hang around with people who are moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, I'm going to leave you fucking behind, man. That's it, man. Stay what, it's done, man.